option. I heard you loud and clear. Now I know I'm in my power, and you're not welcome back here. It goes 3, 2, 1. I was seeing through your mask, then I course corrected self. Your manipulative tactics you can play on someone else. What is up, besties? It's your girl, the Karmic DF, back to you again with another video. And this time, breaking news, apparently, there is no Jeffrey Epstein book, allegedly. Now, I've already done a reading on the Jeffrey Epstein book that allegedly doesn't exist. I'll try to link it, but if not, just search my name and Jeffrey and it'll pop right up. But what I want to look at is, I mean, I think we can all agree we feel like there's a book, but is there a book? Was Trump telling the truth when he said that he was going to tell us who's on that list? And then anything we need to know, like if there's any, we all know. I mean, I was drawn to use the Haunted House Tarot, so like it's not hard to figure out that this is not going to go in the best direction. So my goal with this is to figure out why aren't they sharing it with us, if it's real, allegedly, if it's real, and then why Trump didn't do it. Maybe, you know, they're being kept from telling us. I don't know. So this is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. As always, thank you to everybody that sits through 30 seconds of ads. It's a free and easy way to support my page. And if you're new here, bestie, do not forget to subscribe. We would love to have you here. And don't forget to check out the other Epstein video that I've done. And yeah, also, if you're someone who's still waiting on a reading from me, right now we currently have the wait list going. Oh, my nose is already itching. Spirit wants to talk. I already have my wait list going. And to those that their readings are almost late, for y'all, I'm going to give you extra time to make up for the fact because I've been grieving some big wounds, releasing people that do not deserve to be in my life anymore. And so your girl's exhausted, and now I can feel the full moon coming. And so this reading is honestly just to check my energy because I don't want to do that with a client's reading. So yeah, if you've seen this message, can you please just leave me like, I don't know, Spirit, give me the 100 emoji, the 100, so that I know that if you're someone that booked a reading already, you paid, let me know that you're seeing this video so that I know, because I've already emailed all of you, but I just don't want you guys to be confused. I'm so burnt out. I've also been grieving a lot of shit, and I've also had to step into the anger stage of my life, which is really uncomfortable because I was taught that anger is bad. So me now in this energy is like, So if you guys check the community post, I did a pick a card on there, and one of the piles was talking about anger. So if you didn't see the pick a card in the community post as I'm posting this, so what's the date? June 8th, 2025. You might want to check that out. It's a message from Spirit meant to find you, like I said, in the community post. And yeah, please let me know in the description box that you've got my email and that you can bear with me because trust me, you do not want me doing your reading burnt out on a full moon. It's not going to be my best work. And then also just side note to my besties, I guess this will be the chit chat portion. Look at the new mug I got, y'all. I am obsessed with 90s shit. Look at this. And because you could get your name put on it. Bam! So now when I'm out, people could be like, oh, what's... And then I can be like, oh, well, thank you for asking, actually. You know what I mean? And it's got all 90s stuff on it. Honestly, it took over a month to come in, so if I had known that, I wouldn't have bought it, and it was super over expensive. But it's really important to nurture your inner child, especially when we got Mercury retrograde, shadow period right now. If you're watching it when I when I come around. I don't know why. I'm in a weird energy, besties. Is there anything else you want me to tell everybody before we get into this? I just heard this is probably what you think is gonna be said. So, all right. Let's get into it. Why is there allegedly no list? Is there a list? Why didn't Trump release it if there was one? All of that and more. You'll be able to tell by the timestamps. I always put them up. So as always, thank you to everyone that sits through 30 seconds of ads. It's a free and easy way to support my page. And if you're new here, bestie, come join the fam. We love it over here. You know, let me just
Sorry. I'm like burnt. Anyway. I was watching this YouTube video and they were like scrutinizing a spiritual worker because they were like, you don't know these people, so you can't love them, and they're not your friends, and you're just trying to, and it's like, it's so wild to see different people's perspectives, because it's like, I love everyone, and you're projecting that you can't tap into that energy. Because the video I was watching, they were trying to go after Mel Robbins, and honestly, I don't know anything if she's actually bad or not, but the guy was like a journal investigator, and so think about what he sees on a day-to-day is manipulation and corruption. So it's like, I don't know, I just feel the message that coming through that's like, trust your gut, because I think, oh, full circle moment, we're gonna start seeing more shit where we're like the government telling us shit, especially with, I've been telling y'all, the general predictions is aging like fine wine. Unfortunately, I was like, we're gonna have more floods and what just happened to Texas. So if you want me to do a reading on that as well, let me know. So all right, Spirit, let's get into it. What do we need to know about Jeffrey Epstein? Jeffrey Epstein, everyone. Jeffrey Epstein. Honestly, you know what? I might use that just to not get flagged. All right, Spirit team, Jeffrey Epstein and the list. What happened? Change. The communication card in reverse. Come on. Justice is upright, though. That's interesting. I should have looked up Jeffrey Epstein's sign. Shit. What is Jeffrey Epstein's sign? I can't even yell to my Alexa. Is this Jeffrey, Spirit? Yeah, okay. So why didn't it come out? What is this? I'm hearing over my dead body, they're never going to let it out. And then I'm being drawn back to the justice system card itself. And then I'm seeing judges. I'm hearing policemen. 3-letter alphabets. There's people on this list, and I just keep hearing over my dead body, that they don't ever want to get out, because these are people that you trust. These are people that make decisions with our laws and government. Allegedly, zero facts here. And they really banked on the fact, this isn't Trump, this is just whoever, it feels more like the government and the people involved with this. They really banked that we would move on, because it's like, well, we hung Ghislaine out to dry, so why are you still bringing this up? Like, that's the vibe. They also don't want it to get out that there's couples that this reminded me of Jay and Bay, allegedly. There's couples that are big names that don't want to be found out for the fuckery that they do behind closed doors. So again, as I've been saying, I think there's a group of them that don't necessarily do anything illegal, but they swing. So it'd be like I wonder if Beyonce and Jay swings, because I feel this energy all the time when I'm tapping into that. But they thought hanging Ghislaine out to dry was going to be good enough. That's weird, though. That's not making sense. So, is there a book? Of course there is. Oh, yeah. And they know that we're not going to let this go, which is why they're trying to put it out right now that it doesn't exist. That's why they're saying it doesn't exist. Because it's like, if you found out... Do you know what I'm seeing is like, oh, this is messed up, but are we shocked? What I'm seeing would be like, the stock market would crash, big pharma would go down. It's like corporate CEOs. I'm hearing hedge fund kids. I don't even know what the fuck that means. There's people on the up tops that if you found out they were on the list. Someone had mentioned that a CEO stepped down recently and you wanted me to do a reading on it. Whoever that was and whatever that CEO was is being drawn right back to my mind, because it's like we might end up seeing more of that, because it's like people are trying to fade away, whether that's, relocating all these people that are suddenly moving out of America because of Trump. Not all of them. That's what I feel. Not all of them. It's like I got to make my hands clean of this situation. This gives me there is a book, per my opinion, zero facts whatsoever. And in this book is a list of women. This almost gives me Ew, why am I seeing baseball cards where they give stats? This would be like, okay, this is going to sound so wild, but here we are. This would be like Beyonce, and then they like put a rating on her, like A+ in bed, willing to do threesomes, willing to sleep with women, willing to sleep with men, more moldable than... It's almost like there's like a checks and balances is what I'm hearing. Here's the person, and then this is what you're dealing with. And it's almost reminding me of, like, you know how movies will make fun of people, especially women, that have slept with a lot of people or kissed a lot of people and stuff like that. There's something here where it's like they keep track of the women because there's something about, like, their value or devalue. And then on top of that, it's like, well, this one's more easier to mold. This one we tried, she wouldn't do. It's almost like, it's like keeping your favorite baseball cards. That's how it feels to me. It's like I'm looking at baseball cards, and there's people and there's stats, and then it's almost like I'm trying to figure out what baseball card works best for me. This is really gross, and I don't like this energy, and this was a horrible idea to do during the full moon, so I hope you enjoy, because I already felt like crap, and this energy... Spirit, can you channel this to me without putting me in it, because I feel sick. There's definitely also, like, where hidden hookup sites are with that Page of Pentacles. It's like, this is where we bring the women. I'm sorry, the energy's so uncomfortable. I have to sit up for a minute, besties. So sorry. So, oh my God. Ugh. I don't know why I don't just sit semi-awkward. This is so, you know what? Authenticity is the new it, right? Orange is the new black. Authenticity is the new bullshit. I don't know. Whatever. Here we are. Maybe I can cut it out. If not, sorry. Why the let go? No, yeah, it's over my dead body while I let this out. Okay, so then what does the government know about this book? Because they said that they did all the research. Because basically, I forget the chick's name. Her last name's like Levitt or something like that, but I forget her name. I know she's a Virgo. Oh, here we go. Wait, let me go back. But she had said that they watched all these disgusting videos, and there's no book, but there was videos, and it's not right or healthy for the public. But it's like, you just had us sit through Diddy's trial and told us everything that happened, so make up your mind. But it just feels like Jeffrey Epstein. I keep going to say that, so we're going with it. It feels like Jeffrey Epstein had even bigger connects than Diddy. It's like, I'm in good with, like, I feel like I'm traveling the world. I'm not saying Diddy don't do that, right? But it's like, I'm besties with congressmen, elected officials, justice. Like, there are people that there is no way in hell they're ever going to let us know that they're on the list. One thing that I will say, the chick that was on the stand, not on the stand, but the woman that was interviewed saying, like, there is no book and we went through it, I think she was just a head figure. I think, based on these cards, they felt like putting a woman in front would kind of ease the blow, is kind of the vibe. But she knew what she was in for. It's almost like I didn't want to be the one who announces this, because I know it's going to be hell. But it's almost like a power move, because if a woman... God, they manipulate the same shit that they make. You make the Me Too movement, and then you weaponize it against us. Because in their minds, it's like, if a woman is saying the book doesn't exist, then we won't push any further, because why would a woman deny essay and stuff? So they're very smart. I also don't know her story, but is she, like, well known? Has she been around for a while? Because there's something about her stature, whether that's behind closed doors or it's just something like people will believe her. But one thing I'll say with the hair always on that card, they're moving fast for a reason. Why the fast movement? Why are they rushing this? I'm hearing, isn't that the consequences of your own actions? So Trump having mentioned it when he was going to be in office, they thought that they could push it off until eventually people moved on. Obviously, we are not going to do that. And so that's why they did the whole... Because it's reminding me so much of when, what's his face? Bill Clinton got caught cheating, and he was like, I did not have sexual relations with that woman. That's kind of the same vibe. It's like trying to get ahead of it. So then, okay, what's in the book? The alleged that is not real at all, because obviously Epstein did not have a book, even though they said he had a book, and now all of a sudden magically they don't. So what's in the book besides what I've said? Definitely shit they want to keep hidden. So we wouldn't be surprised with like what's in it, because we're already so numb from Jeffrey Epstein and D. Pitty. You know that guy, D. Pitty? I love it. Okay, I'm going to start fucking up names on purpose now. We wouldn't be surprised. It's a very similar energy to what Diddy was doing. I'm also hearing I'm sitting in traffic. Bestie. I'm sitting in traffic and I dropped the devil card. Seriously? What's in the book? Yeah. It's boys too. Young boys. I think Bieber might be one, but it's just... Is there any rumors that I'm hearing a hole's a hole? Oh my god, this is disgusting. There's underage people in that baseball card photo album. This gives me like a very well-oiled, like... This, how do I word this? Because it's gross, and I can feel what you're talking about, but I don't know how to put it to words. Okay, imagine, missing children, because I'm seeing 411. Imagine all the missing children. I just heard, imagine all the people. The 411, imagine those people, and then low-level celebrities or soft celebrities. Think Britney Spears. Britney Spears is popping into my mind. It's almost like there's this book full of like names and what they've been through, what they allow is a very strong word for something like this, but like moral compass. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to be very careful because this is just asking to get shmishmanishmized, but there's records of people that they have, because that car, think about it, right? People getting put into a car in the middle of the night, don't know where you are when you wake up the next day, allegedly. And now all of a sudden you're trapped in a basement, maybe, figuratively speaking. Mr. Alien agrees. The energy's just so... Ugh. 3, 2, 1, watch your ears, ready? That actually helped. Okay, cool. Yeah, there's a log of people they've trapped, and I'm hearing the word... I'm so afraid of what I'm allowed to say. You know how you watch those crime shows where a child gets kidnapped from like their backyard and the parents are like, I have no idea what the hell happened, and now they're gone, and then the investigation goes cold and you're like, how could you make this investigation go cold? That kid was only 12 years old. That kid was only 8 years old. And you're sitting here and you're like, why isn't our local authorities, or you're watching it on the news and you're like, why aren't there? Because there's someone higher up that's... What I'm hearing is lying, too. I think, oh my god, there's a fucking network of... This would be like modern day slavery. There's a net... This shit's true. Per my opinion. I'm crazy. I talk to the dead. Don't trust me. I lie. I'm sure Jeffrey was an amazing person, as well as his team. There's trafficking logs. I can't shake it. There's logs. I can't shake. The car would be like a vehicle to transport you. Where is it transporting you to? The devil card's right next to it, and the chariot card's reversed, which means that it stopped. So if the car stopped, and now you're in chains, what do you think happened to you? Now I'm hearing a song, locked up, they won't let me out. There's no way in hell this book is going to get out. Not a chance of hell. My nose is so itchy. Oh my god. All right, so then... Let's look at Trump, Spirit Team. Why didn't he drop this? What's going on with Trump? There's a few things going on. There's people in the office that support him that are like, if you do this, they're going to come for you. Because I'm seeing my wanted poster, which I always see when I look at Diddy. They're going to come for you. That's what I'm hearing. And you're already under fire right now because the Six of Swords is bad internet. And because of the rise of Eat the Rich, and because of the Diddy situation, there are people in the office that are like, this is not the sword that you want to fall on right now. Not only will this not help it, because I almost feel like in Trump's energy, it's like, this will help my credibility. This will help. I swear to God, this man's main motive is to get y'all to love him. Use that to your advantage. So all of you that think that Trump is like dangerous and the devil, use someone with narcissistic tendencies. Learn and use that to your advantage, because this man just wants to be loved. So if we get if we push like, hey, I want this and then I'll love you, he might do it. Because this dude, he ain't afraid. What I'm hearing is the saying, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, but they're drawing me to him. And it's remind me of how unevolved Gemini energy, because think Kanye West too, right? Like they spiral when they're not in control. So it's like Trump has the ability to be one of those people that it might happen to. Also, I apologize for the white noise again. It's the we have a heat advisory right now, so I'm not going outside. But anyway, how's Trump feeling? He wanted this list out. I don't give a fuck what none of y'all say. I know. I'm not a biased read. I literally told y'all in the last Trump reading that now I get why he had to be. I'm not saying he's good. I'm saying he's what we need in this pivotal moment in history, because it makes people rise up. Look at all the protests. That's us coming together. That's beautiful. But one thing I will say is he wanted this list out. He did. He did. I also see them putting it off too, because I feel like they had an agreement where it was like, yeah, no, we'll let you release it. We'll let you release it. Just get comfortable. Just get in the office first. Just get the things that you have. You know how people try to push off the thing you want to get done? You know what I mean? Where it's like, well, you know, if you do this, that, this, and that for me, then we could do your thing. And then by the time all these things are done, they're hoping that you forgot about your thing, or they're going to be like, oh, I'm tired, I can't. Like, there's always an excuse. That's kind of the vibe. I think he's been bringing this up since he got in office. Because he really does, whether or not his intentions are pure or not, he wants these people. This is his version of cleaning out the swamp, like he says. He knows that there are people that are in cahoots in marriages that are fucking other people, and he's like, because there is a part of him that's religious. There is. I don't think he's the level of religion that he pumps out. I think that's just how he wanted to win over the Republicans. I'm sorry if you're Republican, but that's how I feel it. I don't think he's as dedicated as he acts like it, especially because Melania feels like she's so Democratic. So, oh my God. Someone threatened his family. Because that's also the Lover's card with the Three of Swords. If you do this, your family's in danger. At least one person threatened him because they knew what he was going to do or wanted to do. Because this is like, I'm watching you. I know where you go and where you move. This is reminding me of all those crime shows where the bad guy is all of a sudden in your house hanging out with your family member, and your family member is none the wiser that they're a bad guy. You ever see any of those crime shows ever? And then they're like, oh, let's come outside. Just get away from my wife. Come outside. And then they're like, what the fuck do you want? Like, I don't know if that's literally what happened to Trump. It feels more so like someone just threatened his family. Because it's like, you're not going to show people that there's more of us. You're that all over my dead body. So even if you hate Trump, I understand, I get it, but he did want this list out. He did. They stopped him. Any more on Trump, please? Ace of Swords reversed, they stopped him. We have this, we have this well-oiled machine, and I will you before you ever fuck with what we've created, because I feel like someone took the baton when Mr. Jeffrey Epstein came out of the club. It's almost like it was passed to someone else. Yeah, it's like we have this very well-oiled machine where we get our needs met, Bro, I cannot get the missing children out of my head right now. I almost wonder if, like, maybe Diddy did do some of that, but with Diddy, it's more like, I mean, Bieber, allegedly, but with Diddy, it's more of like a power thing, and also the fact that he feels powerless, so he's into those kinks where you shame him. With whatever the fuck's going on in here, this different group of people, it gives me more like white old men. I mean, I'm sure there's a variety of people, because it almost feels... You know what they're drawing me to? I don't know if you were around for this or if you heard about it, but remember when Wayfair was selling $3,000 pillows and shit that had names of missing children on it? It's kind of given that same vibe. Like, they're still a network. They're still a network. That's what it feels like. Because, oh my God, I just heard that quote. What was it? Hide your kids, hide your wife. Like, that's the vibe. I'm sorry to laugh, but otherwise this energy will, like, I already, not good. Trump, please. There's someone more powerful than him. Just shut him up. This is like, you know how every president, when they're elected for the first time, and they're like, the moment I get in, I'm going to tell all y'all about aliens. It almost feels like it's the same thing. The moment they get into the office, they are quickly humbled by just how much power they do not have. Especially because I keep being drawn to the show Blacklist. And Blacklist was a underground, secretly funded government project that doesn't have as much protection over it. Because it's allowed its own freedom. It's its own, like, living entity. I think that's still happening. They just passed the baton to another sick... Yeah, there's Trump. He's pissed. King of Swords in reverse. That's Trump. He's mad. He's a Gemini. He's angry. You fucked up my plan. I also think there's like a vengeance too. There's someone specific that's in this club. I think it could be more than one person. But there's definitely at least one guy that he wants outed. Because it's... Whoever this guy is, it's... Could it... I'm not saying it's Obama... But it gives me that same level of, you know how Trump and, I mean, Obama's on TV being the bigger person, but you know how they've had beef for like decades? That's kind of the vibe. It's someone Trump has had beef with for decades. Could be a fire sign. I don't know what Obama's sign is, and I'm not saying it's him. It's just giving me that energy. I don't know if it's a metaphor or if it's literal, but there's someone on that list with his petty ass, but I appreciate it. That he's like, I want people to know who you really are, because people worship you and they hate me. They call me the devil and they have no idea who you really are. I'm not the devil. Yeah, I run my mouth and yeah, I'm a douchebag and it is what it is. But you're a demon. Like, you're soulless. Like, that's the vibe. I'm telling you, something switched up in Trump's brain with all those assassination attempts. There's something humbling about thinking you're going to die. And so it's like, with his age... And with the power he has right now, in his mind, it's like, I don't know how many years I have left, so I want to get done what I want to get done. Which obviously causes problems, because there's certain things that we all don't agree with. Not here to argue that. But this was one of the things where he was like, you know, I'm running out of time, I'm getting older now, so I want to make my mark. And I want this shit to stop. Because this reminded me of, like, so many podcasts when the Diddy shit came out. And then the people that had always hated him were like, I told you that man was a... Like, I'm not going to say the F word. Just because I'm bi doesn't mean I should say it. It just does... It feels morally wrong. I don't like that word. It's rude. But, I'm sorry. This energy is very uncomfortable. I also find it interesting that I keep going off track, which is almost like it feels like there's something trying to keep me from telling you what I'm seeing. So, Spirit, can you encompass me so that... nothing, you know, comes in? Tell me more about Trump, please. Yeah, he's pissed. King of Swords reverse, Page of Wands reverse. I'm building up this anger that I want to release because I want to tell. I want to tell. That's how I feel. I want to tell. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. Did someone get to Trump with that Ace of Pentacles? Did someone get to Trump with that Ace of Pentacles? Because that almost feels like either hush money or an offer or a... That could be I'm flashing my badge and you're out of your district. Because remember how I was seeing Blacklist earlier? And if y'all haven't seen that show, again, it's like a secret site for the government that people can't have access to. It's need to know, that type of bullshit. Spirit, what's going on? Why did they stop Trump? Because what is this Ace of Pentacles? Elaborate on that, please. There's a fucking network, bro. Oh my god. Wasn't there money recently pulled from... Okay, one thing that I know anti-Trump people are not going to like this coming from my mouth, but I really do point to both sides. I really do. I call him out when he's trash, and I applaud him on the shit that he does do right. There's something here where it's like he wants to speak. He wants to tell you guys. But someone threatened him and his family, and this shit's been going on for so long that I don't know that we'll ever... It would have to crumble on its own. I almost wonder if, because I keep seeing like 3-letter alphabets. We all know that, and I'm sorry if you don't realize this, but no group is it, well, the KKK was bad, but regular groups, right? There's no group that's inherently bad. There's a bad apple in every single group. Because I see people in the FBI, CIA, stuff like that want this shit to be outed to an extent. They want justice. It's not so much we want the public to know. It's more so like, imagine being a good worker and knowing that the people you work with are doing really fuck shit. Like, that's the vibe. And I think whoever approached Trump, they have a past affiliation. And I almost wonder if they... I'm telling you, he got threatened or something. There's a threat here. Where it's like, I'm either going to cut off a very lucrative deal with you with that Ace of Cups in reverse. So this could be someone that financially he's in cahoots with, but like personality-wise he doesn't like them. Because I see Trump being the type that's like, if it's going to make me money, I don't really give a shit if I like you or not. If it makes me money, it's a means to an end. So I'm not here... Yeah, what's that song? I'm not here to make friends, Sam Smith. I'm not here to make friends. Something like that. Okay, so will we ever find who is on this list, Spirit? Let's call it with that. Will we ever find out? Yeah, because I'm starting to feel sick. This energy is just not good, besties. Will we ever find out who's on the list? To an extent. To an extent. It depends how rich they are, to be completely honest with you. There are some people that are never going to be found out for how they made their wealth and how they can afford 7 mansions and 3 yachts and blah, blah, blah. You'll never get them. You'll never get them. Like, this is the billionaires club. Those people? No. Sorry. That's not going to stop. But this is also reminding me of the reading I did recently. I think it's called What's Going to Happen in the Next 50 Years, where it's like people are waking up and they're protesting and they're asking questions and stuff like that. They're taking their power back. So I do see some people will be outed, but if I'm going to be real with y'all, I'm a straight shooter. It is what it is. This almost feels like they're gonna, like, for instance, they're drawing me to Jeffrey, you know, when it all went down. All of a sudden he was... And then Ghislaine took the fall. That's kind of the vibe. Like, if they need to, yeah, because I'm seeing like an emergency. If this, then pull the thing. There's people that they will hang out to dry. I almost wonder if Diddy's one of them. Yeah, Diddy. I keep hearing that Diddy is low-hanging fruit. You think he's bad? You have no idea. That's what I just heard. It's also part of the reason, the good part of the government that doesn't want you to see this is because you wouldn't be able to sleep at night. And you know what's reminding me of? I might be aging myself here because I'm a millennial, whatever. But back when the internet first came out, I'm talking like AOL dial-up, you had to turn that shit on, go make dinner, come back, and maybe it was ready, like that vibe. You used to be able to see some really messed up internet. Like, I remember being like 12 and watching someone get beheaded. Like, there's something here about, like, the shit that's in there is just much too dark. And you have people that are in the government that are good people that are trying beneath the surface to get these people out, which is one thing I'll say. Not all of them, because people have their own shit, right? People just retire. But if you start to see, like, CEOs that you always thought were a little wonky, and all of a sudden they're leaving out of nowhere, retiring, moving to a different country. I'm hearing Naples. Did someone move to Italy or something recently? Because there's something here about, like, there's going to be a common theme amongst these people where, like, they'll either get a divorce to put the money onto the woman because it's the guy acting wrong, unless vice versa. But it feels like more of them are men, obviously, based on what we've seen so far. But they're not going to take down everyone, because the problem is you got elected officials that are doing this shit. You got people that are so rich you don't even know who they are. This would be like Jeff Bezos level and higher. I don't know if it's literally Jeff Bezos. If you know something, I mean, that's the name that popped into my head, but I don't mean nothing. Will we ever get justice? Let's call it. Where will we ever get justice? Because we are leveling up, justice might not be served in the way that we want it to, but it will be served in the fact that, again, and I think I said this earlier in the video, right now humanity is craving authenticity. So an artist that does some F shit, but then they make an honest apology and admit that they're flawed, those people are going to do a lot better. The people that pretend like nothing's wrong, first of all, those are the people you got to worry about. Usher. But I just see, like, separations, moving money around, moving. Yeah, secrets. Over my dead body. I just keep hearing that. Over my dead body. Someone else has the book. And it's another big shot. I don't think this stopped. I don't think this stopped. I just think they have a new leader. This would be like, this is a horrible example, but this is all I got. Let's say the coach of, me not knowing sports. Give me who's Tom Brady's team? What was his team? Okay, the Patriots. Imagine if the coach of the Patriots stepped down. They're just going to get another coach. Might not be as good, but it'll get the job done. Because it's like, there with the 2 there right next to the 7 of Cups, it's almost like someone picked it back up. Notice how she has a book in her hand, and the intuition card is also about secrets, especially with the moon behind her head. So it's like, we're not exposing this yet. But I'll tell you one thing, if they need to throw somebody to make it look like it's over, they will. They will. Because one thing I'm seeing is, if we the people don't let up and we keep pushing and going, no, we know there's a book and you need to show us what's going on, they will find another fall guy. But when I'm telling you, you will never find out everything that's on this book and how intricate. This is like logs. Like, I'm seeing like dates and times with people and their scores, and it's like, I feel like you know how they have fantasy football and you can pick your favorites? That's almost what this book feels like. I'm done. I know I keep saying I'm done. Final. Is Trump going to continue to try to push this, or have we lost him? I'm telling you, his life has been threatened, and his life of his kids and his wife has been threatened. I'm telling you right now, there's people that are way higher up than Trump. Y'all give him way more credit than... I mean, obviously, yeah, he's done some fuck shit and ruined a lot of people's lives. I'm not downplaying that, but you're giving him more credit because there are people that you don't even know exist that are much more powerful than him. I just keep hearing presidents are just the faces. They're just, like, I'm seeing Pinocchio in my mind's eye. Like, they have to lie but they're also on a string. And who do you think is the one controlling the strings? That's what we're missing. Like, yeah, okay, Trump might have made that choice, but he had to get, yeah, I'm hearing yes, master. So it's like, who's the king? Like, who's on top of this? Because I don't think we know who they are. Why am I hearing the song Murder, She Wrote? He doesn't want to let it go. That's one thing. Piss off a Gemini. My Gemini moon relates. My problem is he doesn't want to let it go, and he's had death threats, so... Queen of Swords. Someone else has the book, I'm telling you. I wonder if it's hidden in a library or something. You know what this reminds me of as I'm looking at this? You know, in like my woo-woo sci-fi fantasy shows, when they pull a book from the library and then it opens a secret door? I wonder if it's hidden, something like that, or something similar, where it's like you're looking right at it. I'm not saying you, but like people walking around wherever this place is, it's like you're looking right at it and you have no idea that it's right there, because it's like you'd have to press a button. It wouldn't be something as obvious as like, this is my giant safe, and if you broke into it, you find... No, it's like it's... I keep hearing hidden in plain sight. A woman might have it. Or it's just a feminine energy. So if it's a man, it's someone who's very... Think kind of like a snake, like quiet, moving strategically, but not sharing much. That's the vibe. Trump. It's bothering him. He's not going to let it go. But he's scared of his family. And then the Ace of Wands, I also have to... That's an energy more than it's a physical, tangible thing. So with the Ace of Wands, he might bitch and moan, but I don't think he's going to be able to do this. There's someone much higher than him calling the shots, and they have threatened his wife. Because then also Queen of Swords, he's a King of Swords, so that would be his counterpart. So again, with the Death card, someone threatened his family. I do believe he was going to release the book. He wanted to. I just think he's got a team around him that's like, we can't protect you if this happens. And you're going to do damage to America and their mind. But it's like, y'all don't give us enough credit. We can handle it. We've been going through this shit for how many years now? Back deck? Yeah. There's someone calling the shots, and it's not Trump. Bestie, it's not Trump. It could be Clive, because that's Aries energy, but this just feels like real top dogs. I'm saying, like, especially with the heads on the thing, this is like music execs, people that control land, so like governors, senators, politicians of any sort. And because he's had relationships with these people in the past, but it's not a nefarious energy. I can feel it. It's not. It's like, we'll hang you out to dry. This is giving me like, he's been threatened on multiple avenues. Because I'm also seeing someone, I feel like he's been threatened by more than one person. That's the problem. There's so many people on this damn list. Because I'm seeing someone else saying, you know, nowadays people can't tell AI from real life, so if you really want to go down this route, we're going to take you with us. We'll put you in the book, and we'll make a video of you with an underage person, or because I'm being seen the Black Mirror episode where they force him to have sex on camera. So it's like, we'll set you up if you don't let this go. So there's people threatening to set him up. There's people threatening to kill his wife. There's people threatening to hurt his kids. There's people threatening to hurt him. And it's funny because when it comes to him, he's like, I don't give a fuck. But with his family, I think he's got such a weak spot for Melania. It's almost like he seeks her approval. And so it's like, while this is what I want, I think the way the world is going down right now, the people will figure it out anyway. I think Trump is kind of hoping and banking that y'all will realize that this is bullshit, because I just see him being like, this isn't fair. I told them I would do this, but the people that are in this book are way too powerful, and they'll be damned if they get out for what they've done. Yeah, they're way too stressed. There's no way they want to be outed. And I'm telling you, I think some of them had prior connections with Trump, so that he's been threatened each and every way. So Does the book exist? Per my opinion, yes. I think it's in the hands of the next Jeffrey Epstein. And there's a very strong draw to... Oh, I heard this before. Is there something about indigenous kids going missing more frequently? I think I saw it on a TikTok once. Like, it's just... Because there's something about indigenous kids going missing. People that try to sneak into the country. Oh my God. Oh my God. Because didn't we just recently, there was something where people were found. Oh, the ice raids where they were found. I think there's more to these stories, bestie. There's something. And if you want me to look into the ice raids where people were found in the water, chained up, I can look into that if you want. But there's something about there's a machine and it's still working. And I keep hearing, hide your kids, hide your wife. It's like people being snuck over the border thinking they're going to get a free life. Nope. And this reminds me of like the stereotypical people think this all the time, then they end up being sexually traded off. I think the part that we're missing is even rich people are capable of very fucked up things. Just one more time, real quick. Well, can I get any names? Could you give me any names at all? Just any names of who could be on that list that's trying not to be outed. People we've already talked about. So it's definitely people you already have an idea of, because it's already been brought to the public eye. People that had connections with him, people that had connections with... It's almost like P. Diddy is the rap version of this guy. That's how it feels. It's like this guy's more about like the Billionaires Ballers Club, which I'm not saying Diddy didn't. Or did he? You know what I mean? But for him, it was more like the rap game and getting people that way. With this, it's like there's a whole fucking network. So people that worked with Jeffrey Epstein, people that associated with him, people that you've heard chatter about. I would say keep paying attention to people that are in the industry, that are going on interview platforms to speak out. Because while I think there is a tendency of people like Jaguar Wright that know some stuff, but then the problem is she does a lot of hearsay too, and it's like, but you weren't there, so that's problematic. But I do think we're going to have people coming out and being like, that's a bad guy, that's a bad guy, that's a bad guy. Like, this would be like the next Cat Williams expose, the next Jaguar Wright expose, like more of that. This isn't over. I've been telling you all this since 2020. So get on board, because it's the age of exposure. Inauthentic people and manipulative, narcissistic, controlling people, not even just in this industry, in your day-to-day life. It's not going to be tolerated anymore. We're all elevating. So this will come out one way or another. It's just the richer they are, the more likely we are not to ever hear about it. Any names, please? I'm telling you, there's people that like either are in the Oval Office or have been, because that home card is like the people we connect with, our buddies. So ask yourself, who was always pictured with Jeffrey? I'm getting Oprah. Oprah just popped into my head. And Weinstein, but I think we're not shocked with that one. But I'm seeing Oprah. John of God. I just heard John of God. Wasn't that one of the weirdo cult guys that Oprah supported? Why am I being drawn to Dr. Phil? Really? I don't know if people like him are aware of it, but you know how there was commotion coming up about how he would send problematic children to actually really problematic places? That's kind of the same vibe. I almost wonder if there's like people that help, like it almost feels like Dr. Phil gets a benefit from sending these kids to these places. And then there's been rumors of like SA and stuff like that. There's some sort of... This is a network, bro. This is a network. And I would just look sideways at literally damn near anyone who's ever had a connection with Jeffrey. Period. Because Even if they weren't doing it, they sure as shit knew about it. There's no way they didn't. I mean, there's something here about Jeffrey being very smart. But I also see him making sure gossip goes around for two reasons. One, if you cross me, you're dead. But then two, because the bad guys, misery loves company, nasty fucks love company. So that's the vibe. So it's like, again, a morality testing just like Diddy does. I'm going to leave it here. This energy is disgusting and now I feel gross. So thekarmicdf.com if you'd like to book a private reading with me. Like I said, right now I'm overbooked and I'm trying to finish up. To those that are being patient with me, thank you so very much. Please remember to put a 100 emoji sign if you're booked already so that I know you've seen this. But I wouldn't. I think this is going to get exposed one way or another because of the age of expose is what I'm feeling. Because you're just going to have people talking about... There's just so many people in the industry that are like, I'm sick of this shit. I'll go on the podcast if I have to. I'll do an interview if I have. I think we're going to see more Cat Williams, more Jaguar Wrights. Maybe not specifically them, but people that just are tired of the way the industry works. I think they're going to speak on the Diddy situation and people that haven't been brought up yet, so like other victims and stuff like that. And I think the court of public opinion will leak out who's on these lists. But do I think we're ever going to get this book? It'll be a cold day in hell before the people that... Because there's too many people that are way too up top. They lose everything. And not only that, what I'm seeing is like, because these are the people that run these fucked up systems that we have to use, it could crash our stock market. It could crash a $1 trillion company that would then impact our... It's just like, these people are so necessary, sadly, to our evolution, financially speaking. Because think about it, right? People always fear that the stock market will fall and all of that. You got to think about the people that are so numb inside that they have to crawl into the billionaires club. You know what I mean? And if they're that numb, what are they doing? So, money and bitches is the vibe. But there's definitely work acquaintances. Keep an eye out for that. I don't think this book's coming out. In fact, I think they're still using it. Per my opinion. No facts here. So I'm going to leave it here. thekarmicdf.com to book a private reading. Thank you to everybody that's been patient with me. Please add me on Facebook. I'm so bored over there. The link is in my description box. You don't even have to put in effort. Or just the next time you're on Facebook, search the Karmic DF. Come join me. I'm so bored over there. I need some people to chat with. It's boring otherwise. But yeah. I don't have good news. I'm sorry. What do you guys, if there's anything you want me to look into, then let me know. You know, like, is there anyone specific you want me to look into? There's obviously a bunch of readings that we've already said we're going to do that we could still do. The Tyler Perry essay, accusations. Do you guys want me to look at the Texas flooding? Because honestly, if you're still here to the end, I'll just share this with you. When I saw the Texas flooding, I was drawn immediately back to one of the general predictions I did. It's in my playlist of general predictions where I said that Mother Gaia is cleansing herself because we're elevating. And unfortunately, because of that, more floods, more fires, more stuff like that. If there is some sort of tomfoolery with the Texas floods, I also feel like it's not just that. Because I just see the earth trying to heal itself. But if you guys want me to look into that separately, let me know. So I'm going to leave it here, besties. I love you guys so much. Thank you for supporting me. If you're still on the fence, please subscribe. We'd love to have you. And don't forget to check out the community posts to vote on future videos. I got to make a new poll, but you can vote on the second to last poll I did. Because I know we got Death running, as well as Tyler Perry. And, oh my God, my voice. Someone does not want me to get this message out. But yeah. Anything else? Trump is pissed. That's one thing I'm going to tell you. Trump is pissed. He wants this list out. He knows the book is real. But it's almost like, you know those crime shows where they step on your fingers with their, and it like really fucking hurts? I don't know why, but I just saw that. So I'm telling you, this man's being threatened. That's why he can't release the book. That's why we never find out about aliens. That because It's almost like there's a secret government that we don't know about, but we always kind of assumed that's really calling the shots. It's reminding me of those Bilderberg meetings that happen once a year where we're not allowed to be a part of their conversation about how the world's going to go. But you got people together that shouldn't be together, like New York Times, with rappers, with billionaires for Amazon. Do you see my... Oh my God. This is definitely... This age is going to be the age of exposure. That's one thing I'll say. It's just not going to be the way you want it to. Quick and easy. Not going to happen. And I don't think Trump can do anything about it, even if he wanted to. And he does want to. So, I'm going to leave it here, besties. thekarmicdf.com if you want to book a private reading. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you guys in my next video.
Life's complicated, we all have our faults. The more we are separate, we close off our hearts. No vulnerability and we can't connect. Lean on our vices to try and forget that we're only human, we all want the same. Egos and pride differ when we're to blame. Now you're alone in tears asking God why. Imagine what happened if we simply tried.